Hey, Jason Rice here with another lot party. Quick tip. And what I'm going to do here is kind of cool, a little different. Couple things. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Facebook Live because you guys should be seeing me. I got to make sure my volume is down and so you don't hear it. All right. And any comments as I'm doing a Facebook Live, post it over here. But I'm going to also do something that I usually don't do, and that's going to do a little screen sharing. So I think it was just yesterday I did a video. Yesterday or the day before, I did a video about your marketing data is more important than the market data. And I went over some inconsistencies on listings, vehicles listed online, and how they're not accurate listing online. So what I've and how that affects all the market data you're making decisions on, even like market day supply and price to market and so forth. And I said you need to know your information. So when I'm talking about marketing data, your marketing data on your used cars is more important than the market data. And I explained in the last video, marketing data is your photos, your descriptions, but price. But price, how do you price? How conservative or aggressive do you get? I went over it in the last video. But I want to explain to you why part of that pricing goes into what's happening on your lot, not the market. Okay, the only thing that's true is what's happening on your lot. So I want to give you an example of a dealership and just some of our charts and what you want to look for. Okay, you don't have to be a client. Obviously, I love it. This is just look. This is what I mean by your data. What's happening on your lot? You can track this stuff yourself if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So I think this should work. And we've got the dealer information hidden here. So I'm going to share this one right here. Now, you should be able to see my screen, and what I want you to be able to see now, and again, throw any comments over here. The first chart here, one of the things this is an action plan. We give a dealer action plan every day. And what I want to do is kind of look at their volume and what percentage they're selling. So in a 2-week period, I want you to sell 50% of your inventory. So in a 4-week period, you're selling 100% of your inventory. So with that being said, if you got 100 in stock in 2 weeks, I want you to sell 50. This particular dealer, smaller dealer, I just want to show you patterns and trends. They're doing really well. They're on pace to sell 40. See, notice 20 units sold with 32 in stock. So the goal is to be 50 in 2 weeks. They're actually at 63%. They're on pace to sell 40 with 32 in stock. So they're actually, and if you look, this orange, they're selling more with less cars, because back here, I mean, they're on pace to sell 30 with 49 in stock, or back here, they're on pace to sell 38 with 58 in stock. They're on pace to sell 40 now with only 32 in stock, which means their sold turn is going up, lot ready turn. Okay. Now they happen to have vAuto. vAuto runs turn off average age. So their average age is the same right now. So, so turn is way up, meaning sold turn is, if you have 100 in stock, you're selling 100. Okay. That's sold turn. Lot ready turn is, you have 100 in stock, but only 80 are photoed, and you're selling 100 off the 80, or 100 off the 80 photoed. So, that's lot ready turn. So anyways, basically what I'm pointing out here is they're doing real well right now. So on surface, both the vAuto turns at 12, sold turns at 15, they're on pace to sell 40 with only 32 in stock, whatever size of inventory, that looks good. Here's the downside, their photo percentage. They've gone from 97% fully photoed ready for sale, what we call lot ready, 15 photos or more, but that dropped down to 80%. So they have a 17% drop in, let's say, Auto Trader lot ready. With that, ignore this big drop off here, zeroed out for the day, but you can see their VDPs are going down the same time this photos are going down. See, 97% photo down to 80% photo. What happened to the VDPs? They dropped with it. So that's a concern. Even though how good they look, their volume, everything looks good. Then take a look at the same time, their average investment, their total 16.3 shot up to 18.8. So they've had a $2,300 increase in average investment. That can slow things down. They're heavy in luxury cars, they're heavy in sports cars type of thing. They're carrying more 2020s than they're selling. So 2020s they're heavy in, 20 to 25 grand cars. They got more of those in stock than they need to sell. But here's really what I want to point out. And this is where it gets tricky. So this is a 30-day window. This is the percentage of their inventory that they're carrying by age buckets. So look back here, 0 to 15, this light green, they had 58% of their inventory there. So what's cool about this chart, you get to see a bleed through happen. And if nothing changes, here's my title, here's an example of an aging problem about to happen if nothing changes. So notice 0 to 15 and the 16 to 30. 16 to 30 was at 12%. Look what happened, and that was November 4th. By November 15th, 11 days later, 16 to 30, that bucket jumped from 12% up to 56%. Those cars bled through. Then, that's the 15th. By the 23rd, 8 days later, another set bleeds through to 31.45. Look at this yellow line. So they went from the light green, 0 to 15, to 16 to 30. Now they're bleeding through to 31 to 45. And that means 46 to 60 has gone from 0% to 6%. Now, we can see a bleed through happen. What do we need to do? Well, then you got to make sure your sales are outpacing in those age buckets the bleed through. So down here, every day we look at the last 2 weeks of what they sold. So look at what you have and then go look at what you sold. We like looking at the last 2 weeks. Now here's the kicker. 48% of their inventory currently is in 31 to 45, and only 27% in their last 2 weeks is coming out of that bucket, 31 to 45. So they're selling out of that bucket 21% light. So this is part of that marketing data. How and why do I adjust my price? I'm not just doing it off of market day supply price, market cost of market. I've got an issue on my 31 to 45. And remember, he's heavy in 20 to 25 grand cars, or 20 to 22.5. He's heavy in 2020s. He's heavy in sports cars. So if we click on that, I need to figure out what's in this here, and then there, 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander, we're heavy in those. So think about that. We're bleeding through, we're heavy in 2020s. Should I make an adjustment on this car? And those are reasons why maybe my photos are missing. But those are the type of examples that I want to give you on why your marketing data, meaning your photos, your descriptions, and your pricing and how you approach your pricing needs to be based off of multiple metrics, probably about a dozen. Am I bleeding through in that age bucket? Am I heavy in that year, heavy in that segment, heavy in that price point? When's the last time I changed the price? What's the SRPs, VDPs? Do I have any leads on it? What kind of car? Is it a Ford store trying to sell a Ford car or a Ford store trying to sell a Honda? I gave these examples yesterday, but these are things that you need to be looking at to understand what adjustments you need to be making. Okay, because again, market data is awesome, and we should have it, and we should gauge up. No different than we should look at wholesale and black book and NADA values, but we don't base our retail decisions based off of MMR wholesale values alone. Maybe we do it off of NADA trade or book values for bank calls, but that shouldn't be the only thing you're basing off of. You know, again, yeah, we should be looking at price to market day supply, but because of the inaccuracy of the market data that's out there, I would also be looking at things like I said here. I don't care what the guy down the street is. I don't care if the market's busy or not busy. What's happening? And is my lot busy? And if it's not busy, what adjustments do I need to make? And do it based off of what's true. And it's true, they're not selling off 31.45. It's true they have more 2020s in stock than they're selling. It's true that, you know, the photos are got behind. It's true that caused their VDPs to go down. All that's true, and that dealer needs to fix those problems regardless of what's happening in the market. So if you like this, you want a free inventory evaluation, lotpop.com, fill that out, direct message me, contact me, Facebook, YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. I think we'll put a pop-up on here to subscribe, and you'll get notified. And then all these go on a podcast. So if you like listening to them, maybe while you work out or traveling or anything, it's about 250, almost 300 podcasts and videos between YouTube and